Beautiful beings, Sabria here. All right. So we're going to continue our mental investment. Today we're reading out of The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murray. These chapters aren't numbered. Some of them don't even have pages. But we're on, I think it's chapter 2, and how your own mind works. We're going to read a few of the sections within this chapter. I don't believe I'm going to read the whole chapter, but let's begin. You have a mind and you should learn how to use it. There are two levels of your mind: the conscious or the conscious or rational level, and the subconscious or irrational level. You think with your conscious mind, and whatever you habitually think sinks down into your subconscious mind, which creates according to the nature of your thoughts. Excuse me. Your subconscious mind is the seat of your emotions and is the creative mind. If you think good, good would follow. If you think evil, evil will follow. This is the way your mind works. The main point to remember is once the subconscious mind accepts an idea, it begins to execute it. It is an interesting and subtle truth that the law of subconscious mind works for good and bad ideas alike. This law, when applied in a negative way, is the cause of failure, frustration, and unhappiness. However, when your habitual thinking is harmonious and constructive, you experience perfect health, success, and prosperity. Peace of mind and a healthy body are inevitable when you begin to think and feel in the right way. Whatever you claim mentally and feel as true, your subconscious mind will accept and bring forth into your experience. The only thing necessary for you to do is to get your subconscious mind to accept your idea, and the law of your own subconscious mind will bring forth the health, peace, or the position you desire. You give the command or decree, and your subconscious will faithfully reproduce the idea impressed upon it. The law of your mind is this: you will get a reaction or response from your subconscious mind according to the nature of the thought or idea you hold in the conscious mind. Psychologists and psychiatrists point out that when thoughts are conveyed to your subconscious mind, impressions are made in the brain cells. As soon as your subconscious accepts an idea, it proceeds to put it into effect immediately. It works by association of ideas and uses every bit of knowledge that you have gathered in your lifetime to bring about its purpose. Wow. As soon as your subconscious accepts an idea, it proceeds to put into effect it proceeds to put it into effect immediately. So as soon as you come into an agreement with an idea or a thought, your subconscious immediately gets to work to making that come true for you, or making it to become real for you, real in your reality, on the space of your reality in this tangible life. It being the subconscious, works by association of ideas and uses every bit of knowledge that you have gathered in your lifetime to bring about this purpose. Every bit of knowledge that you have gathered in this lifetime, it uses that for your good to bring about the purpose of whatever you're thinking about, be it good or evil. That is determined on your thoughts. It draws on the infinite power, energy, and wisdom within you, not external to you, but within you. It lines up all the laws of nature to get its way. Sometimes it seems to bring about an immediate solution to your difficulties, but at other times it may take days, weeks, or longer. Its ways are past finding out. What's the scripture? God's thoughts are like our thoughts, nor his ways like our ways. That's what this is saying. Its ways are past finding out. The ways of the subconscious mind, infinite intelligence, source, God, whatever we refer to this same energy as, its ways are past our thoughts, are past our ways, are past us finding out. It's beyond us now. All right. The next section is around conscious and subconscious and differentiating between those terms. You must remember that these are not two minds. They are merely two spheres of activity within one mind. Your conscious mind is the reasoning mind. It is the phase of mind which chooses. For example, you choose your books, your home, and your partner in life. You make all your decisions with your conscious mind. On the other hand, without any conscious choice on your part, your heart is kept functioning automatically. In the process of digestion, circulation, and breathing are carried on by your subconscious mind through processes independent of your conscious control. Your subconscious mind accepts what is impressed upon it or what you consciously believe. It does not reason things out like your conscious mind, and it does not argue with you controversially. Your subconscious mind is like the soil, which accepts any kind of seed, be it good or bad. Your thoughts are active and might be likened unto seeds. Negative, destructive thoughts continue to work negatively in your subconscious mind, and in due time will come forth into outer experience which corresponds with them. That's when that stuff happens or shit happens and you're like, why me? Why me? Think about what your thoughts are. Then that'll help you understand why you. Okay? It's in your control to change it. Remember, your subconscious mind does not engage in proving whether your thoughts are good or bad, true or false, but it responds according to the nature of your thoughts or suggestions. For example, if you consciously assume something as true, even though it may be false, your subconscious mind will accept it as true and proceed to bring about results, which must necessarily flow because you consciously assumed it to be true. So even though it's not true, it's not a fact, it's true to you. You believe it. So your subconscious mind will bring it to pass for you. Okay, I'm gonna skip that part. It's about experiments by psychologists. I just suggest go get this book and read it and pick it up and read it for yourself. It's $10, $12, something like that. But I'm just gonna skip over that part because this chapter is a little longer. So I'm gonna move on to the section on the terms objective and subjective mind and clarifying those terms. Your conscious mind is sometimes referred to as your objective mind because it deals with outward objects. The objective mind takes cognizance of the objective world. Its media of observation are your five physical senses. Your objective mind is your guide and director in your contact with your environment. You gain knowledge through your five senses. Your objective mind learns through observation, experience, and education. As previously pointed out, the greatest function of the objective mind is that of reasoning. Suppose you are one of the thousands of tourists who come to Los Angeles annually. You would come to the conclusion that it is a beautiful city based upon your observation of the parks, pretty gardens, majestic buildings, and lovely homes. This is the working of your objective mind. Your subconscious mind is oftentimes referred to. You know what? I don't know if this is pausing with all these notifications coming through. I forget to put on Do Not Disturb. Let me see if I can do that now. Okay, it looks like it's still going. Okay. Sorry about that. I have to remember to do that from the beginning. Where was I? Okay, so suppose you are one of the thousands of tourists who come to Los Angeles annually. You come to the conclusion that it's a beautiful city. That is the working of your objective mind. Your subconscious mind is oftentimes referred to as your subjective mind. So your subjective mind takes cognizance of its environment by means independent, so separate from your five senses. Your subjective mind perceives by intuition. It is the seat of your emotion and the storehouse of memory. Your subjective mind performs its highest function when your objective senses are in abeyance, asleep, not in interfering. In a word, it is that intelligent, in a word, it is that intelligence which makes itself manifest when the objective mind is suspended or in a sleepy or drowsy state. So when your subjective mind is in abeyance or in a sleepy state, that is when the intelligence within you makes itself manifest because the objective mind is suspended and does not interfere. That's why meditation is so important, and going into the stillness and the quiet, the silence. Your subjective mind sees without the use of natural organs of vision. It has the capacity of clairvoyance and clairaudience. Your subjective mind can leave your body, travel to distant lands, and bring back information oftentimes of the most exact and truthful character. Through your subjective mind, you can read the thoughts of others, read the contents of sealed envelopes and closed safes. Your subjective mind has the ability to apprehend the thoughts of others without the use of the ordinary objective means of communication. It is one of the greatest importance that we understand the interaction of the objective and subjective mind in order to learn the true art of prayer. The subconscious cannot reason like your conscious mind. Your subconscious mind cannot argue controversially. Hence, if you give it wrong suggestions, it will accept them as true and will proceed to bring them to pass as conditions, experiences, and events. All things that happen to you are based on thoughts impressed on your subconscious mind through belief. If you have conveyed erroneous concepts to your subconscious mind, the sure method of overcoming them is by the repetition of constructive, harmonious thoughts, frequently repeated with your subconscious, which your subconscious mind accepts, thus forming new and healthy habits of thought in life. For your subconscious mind is the seat of habit. So all this is saying is that if you have developed non-beneficial habits or thoughts, that they can easily be overcome through the act of repetition and through harmonious thoughts and through beneficial thoughts and ideas that will bring about the changes that you are looking for. But you have to actively think on those things that are good, that are pleasurable, that are prosperous. You have to actively and consciously think on that versus letting what's going on in your life rule you and rule your thoughts. You have to overcome that consciously. You have to make a decision that what I see is not my life and I do not want more of it, so I won't focus on it. I will do the minimum. I will do what I need to do to make sure things don't get worse. I will do what I need to do to be accountable to all of my responsibilities. And once that is done, shift. I mean shift your thoughts, shift your perspective, shift your perspective, shift it all, shift how you see things, shift what you're seeing, shift your thoughts. If your thoughts continue to try to take you back there, go for a walk. Learn how to release things, learn how to ground out your energy. Go for a walk, go stand in the sun. Turn on some music that's high vibrational. Turn on something that will shift you out of those low vibrating emotions and feelings, that will bring you up to somewhere higher. And once you do that, everything related to you will come up higher. Not just that one area. Like if you go to music and you play some nice instrumental music that relaxes you, that doesn't just relax you, it also brings your whole all of your energy fields up. It raises the vibration of all of your energy fields, and thus what's attracted to you, your frequency has been raised, and thus what's attracted to you has been raised. So sometimes, a lot of times, when you're able to redirect your emotions and your thoughts to something of a higher vibration, in that process or in the act of doing so and giving that time and giving that your energy, those hours that pass by, the answer to your question or your problem is sometimes being answered. Because now you're magnetizing things to you that are of a higher vibration. And in that magnetizing of those things, it could possibly bring a solution to what you're currently facing. But you have to shift. If you continue to sit here and feel bad or feel pity for yourself or just a victim, you are guaranteed to get more of that. But if you shift your thoughts, you shift your perspective, you shift your emotions to something that brings you to a higher vibration, you could see that just that act alone gives your subconscious the time to give you, deliver to you, be it in the physical world or a mental thought or a word from someone else, the answer to what's ailing you. Okay, I'm going to read one more section and then I'm going to wrap it up for today. And this is around the tremendous power of suggestion. You must realize by now that your conscious mind is the watchman at the gate, and its chief function is to protect your subconscious mind from false impressions. You are now aware of one of the basic laws of mind. Your subconscious mind is amenable to suggestion. As you know, your subconscious mind does not make comparisons or contrasts, neither does it reason and think things out for itself. The latter function belongs to your conscious mind. It simply reacts to the impressions given to it by your conscious mind. It does not show a preference for one course of action over another. The following is a classic example of the tremendous power of suggestion. Suppose you approach a timid-looking passenger on board ship and say to him something like this: "You look very ill. How pale you are. I feel certain you are going to be seasick. Let me help you to your cabin." The passenger turns pale. Your suggestion of seasickness associates itself with his own fears and forebodings. He accepts your aid down to the berth, and there your negative suggestion, which was accepted by him, is realized. Now, he wasn't feeling sick at all. He was fine and looked fine too. But because this person was attempting to prove the power of suggestion, they told them how sick he looked. And I'm sure you're gonna get ill and seasick. Let me help you to your bed. And whoa, there was some belief or experience within his subconscious mind that agreed that this could possibly happen. So that idea took root. He believed it, and so his subconscious mind was able to then help him realize the fact that he'll become seasick and need to be in bed. But here's another reaction to the same suggestion. It is true that different people will react in different ways to the same suggestion because of their subconscious conditioning or belief. Remember, it's all about what you believe. For example, if you go to a sailor on the ship, right? A sailor, someone who's used to sailing, and say to him sympathetically, "My dear fellow, you're looking very ill. Aren't you feeling sick? You look to me as if you're going to be sick." According to his temperament, he either laughs at your joke or expresses a mild irritation. What you talking about? Your suggestion fell on deaf ears in this instance because your suggestion of seasickness was associated in his mind with his own immunity from it. So it says your suggestion of seasickness was associated in his mind with his own immunity from it. So in his mind, he know he immune from being seasick. That don't happen to me. So what you talking about? He was irritated by that. Or he thought it was a joke and laughed at you because who you talking to? Therefore, it called up not fear or worry, but self-confidence, because he knew he wasn't prone to seasickness. So what you talking about? Gone somewhere. So that was the end. The dictionary says that a suggestion is the act or instance of putting something into one's mind, the mental process by which the thought or idea suggested is entertained, accepted, or put into effect. You must remember that a suggestion cannot impose something on the subconscious mind against the will of the conscious mind. In other words, your conscious mind has the power to reject the suggestion given. In the case of the sailor, he had no fear of seasickness. He had convinced himself of his immunity, and the negative suggestion had absolutely no power to evoke fear within him. The suggestion of seasickness to the other passenger called forth his indwelling fear of seasickness. Each of us has his own inner fears, beliefs, opinions, and these inner assumptions rule and govern our lives. That's why it's so important to tap into ourselves to understand what are the things that we believe. What are we convicted of? Some of these things we don't realize, it's so hidden within our subconscious, but they are there and governing and ruling our lives. A suggestion has no power in and of itself if you accept it mentally. This causes your subconscious powers to flow in a limited and restricted way according to the nature of the suggestion. A suggestion has no power in and of itself except if you accept it mentally. This causes your subconscious powers to flow in a limited and restricted way according to the nature of the suggestion. So the suggestion has no power unless you agree with it. Unless there's something within you that has a fear of what the suggestion is becoming true in your life. If you are confident that that couldn't happen to you, or that that's not an idea that resonates with you, or you don't accept that, it does not resonate with you. It does not go any further than your rejection of it. So you don't see that in your reality. You don't see that in the space of your tangible life. But those who have a fear of that suggestion would. So that's just a little bit on the power, on how our mind works, and really the power of suggestion and the power of your beliefs, your convictions, where you stand, and what you see in your life. So, as always, it's a choice that we get to make. So, as we're doing these daily, well, not daily, because I do them as often as I can. I had a house full of people the last few days, so it was just no way I could do a video. But as we're doing and digesting our mental investments of whatever you do, this is my service to our community for content to help shift our perspectives and thus shift our realities and shift our lives and shift the quality of life that we live. We are to live a heaven now. There is no heaven to go to afterwards. It's in our mind. Heaven or hell is in your mind. It's what you create based off what you believe and what you think. So exercise the control, exercise the power that you have now by being conscious of the thoughts that you have and being diligent to reprogram the ideas, the thoughts, the beliefs that are within you that you no longer agree with and don't resonate and don't bring forth what you like to see. Be diligent in reprogramming them. Do your affirmations, do your mantras, write in your journal, script out what your life looks like, feels like. Do vision boards, visit those restaurants, those hotels, do whatever you need to do, travel to feel and get a sense of a different experience. Travel does that for you. So put yourself first. Stop saying what you can't do, because as soon as what you say you can't do something, it's guaranteed you can and you won't. So stop giving your power away via words because of something you're a limiting belief. If you want something, you can have it. Make your mind up and say it. But as long as you continue to say what you can't and don't have, you will never have it. So it's up to you. And I'm about to start yelling, so I'm going to end it right here so I don't start yelling at y'all. Have a great day. I am Sabria Morris. This is today's mental investment coming from The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. As always, go visit me at bankpowder.com and get your bank powder for your spiritual tool to amplify your intentions. I use it for candle dressing, for floor wash, for spiritual baths. You can use it for... There are just innumerable uses for bank powder. But that's what I have to offer right now. I am working on a digital course that will help us operate within our power, within our innate power. And I cannot wait to offer that to you all. It's in the works though. So thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.